But there is some stuff that I need to give you some directions about that you have not heard yet. So it was my fault that I did not have 116 opened up in Google Classroom. So I'll still give you full points if you want to turn that into Google Classroom, or you can just come give me the hard copy real quick. And as usual, just give me enough time to look it over, put it in the grade book, and I can give it right back. What?
I'll let you finish up.
Okay, can you get out of my way?
Okay.
Thanks. So one of the things I need y'all to do is score your 6 FRQs in AP Classroom. So now that you have finished the mock exam, if you didn't click submit, you need to click submit, and it'll walk you through the scoring of that. So if y'all need help finding that, I can help you look for it, but I also don't know what it looks like on your side. So I may not be the best there, but I will try. One of the handouts you guys picked up formulates what your score would be. So in AP Classroom, it should show you how many questions you got right, multiple choice, how many you got right per FRQ, fill out the blanks, follow the directions, and the year that they gave this has the cut scores on the bottom. So that shows you about where you should land. So that should take you a little bit of time, because I think you pretty much just have to click you have to click a different button to go to each part of each one of the FRQs. That should take you a little bit of time, and that's okay, but that's part of the learning. Now, if you didn't type too much in AP Classroom and you kept a lot of it on your piece of paper, you might need to get your piece of paper out so that you can score it accordingly, but do the best that you can there. Okay, after that, there's a circuit that you picked up. It's a short one, just front and back one-sided. And it is old stuff. It's one that you should think is pretty easy, other than a couple of the questions that are going to be on the harder side. But product rule, quotient rule, chain rules. If you don't remember the formula for product rule, or you don't remember the formula for quotient rule, you should probably write that down on the top of your page. But that's all stuff that should come easily to you. But I know some of that you haven't had to practice in a while, which is where I thought it would be worth our time. One of the very last questions you're going to need to know the double angle identity. This is not one you need to know for the AP exam, so don't stress out about it or anything, but you should probably write it on the top of your page, because you do need that to finish the circuit. In fact, it should be the very last question where you get to that. But since you probably have never seen that double angle identity, you're not going to understand or be able to check that your last question is correct. Okay, 3 of the handouts you picked up, there's not any work to be done on them, there's not questions on them, but 3 of the handouts you picked up make up 130, and I would recommend that you staple those together. It's titled, when you see ... this is what you do ... So, of course, a big part of our AP test is when you see this type of question, knowing what they want you to do. When it says this wording, knowing here's the calculus behind it. And so it kind of, they would be great note cards. I don't have them set up as note cards, but you could certainly make some note cards from them. But I'm just asking that you read through those. Maybe put a star by the ones that you forgot or you're not sure if you remembered. And any of them that you remember, that's great. But all of those are common AP exam questions, and so that's just a good way to think of when you see this wording, should be your approach. When you ask for this, take this approach. So, if you please do that. The very last one on here, tomorrow at like 10:15 in AP Classroom, I have AP Classroom opening up a second mock exam. This one's completely optional. The first one there was points tied to, this one there's not points tied to. But if, after you study for a week or two, if you want to give a different mock exam, if you want to do that as part of your studying, then that will be available for you, multiple choice and FRQ. So I want you to know that that is an option. And then lastly, the last piece of information I need to give y'all, probably the most important for us right now, is now that you're done with the mock exam, because that's been the bulk of your homework the last 2 weeks really, information about the last unit exam. So we chose, it's like a 10 question 3 points apiece, 30 points total exam. There's some good parts and some bad parts. The good parts is, well, okay, bad part is you have to do it for homework. But I'll give you a full week before it's due, and it is going to be in Delta Math. So there's 10 Delta Math questions from stuff from that last unit, which could be L'Hopital's rule, volumes from known cross sections, this method, washer method, an area between two curves. Those were the things in the last unit that we didn't give you a test over. So you get to do them at home, you get to do them at your pace, but the catch is that you do have to make sure that you write down your work, because I will have you turn in your work for that. So simply just getting the questions on Delta Math correct is not going to be enough. I need to see your work, and then it leads up to that. Okay, questions about that last test? Yeah.
So with Delta Math, it's not like regular where it's like actually test format, where you don't get like tries or anything.
Okay, so this Delta Math, the way we have it set up is you get one try, but if your answer is equivalent, so like if you put in 2/4, it'll know that's the same as 1/2. So 10 questions. If you get all 10 right, I mean, you can even use your notes. You can take 10 minutes a question. You've got a calculator. Again, you have to make sure you're writing your work down where I can see where you came up with that answer. But we feel like that's a fair trade-off. Asking you to do it for homework is our ask, but in exchange, you get to do it at home. But let's say that you miss 4 of the 10. We will actually, once this is done, a week from now, there will actually be corrections opened up, and you can get another try at those points, a second try at those points. But you really want to try to get them right the first time, because to earn your points back, you have to get 3 of the same question type right. So what I mean by that is, when you do that Delta Math, let's say you only missed question 1, and question 1 is a washer method question. You can actually earn those questions points back through the corrections, but you'll have to get 3 of those question types right instead of just the initial 1. So that's where there's not multiple tries, but we have the corrections after the fact. Does that make sense? So again, you could either get 110 questions, or you could maybe even get 100, but after 30 questions. Obviously, you'd rather do it in 10, so that's why you want to put in your best effort the first try. Now, I don't have any homework for you tonight, because I would like you to do the Delta Math tonight. When I see you on Wednesday, I'm going to give you a different homework assignment. But the Delta Math is, you have a full week to do it. So before class next Monday is when that part will be due. And if you don't do it by Monday, because last year there was 2 or 3 students who didn't, you can still do the corrections, but you just tripled your amount of work, because you're going to have to do corrections on every single question. So don't, preferably do it between now and Wednesday, but if you can't do it until next Monday, that's fine too, as far as your grade's concerned. So, any questions about that? Okay. Any questions about the agenda, or turning in work, or what you should be working on, or does anyone not see how to score your FRQs in AP Classroom, or anything I can help you with direction-wise so that you're getting stuff done and being productive? Okay, one last question, and then I will grade these papers and let you guys work a little bit before I come around and help. I changed one thing on the agenda today. Did anybody notice what it was? The exam date. I've had the exam date bottom right up there all year long, but now that we're so close, I was able to go through and count up how many class periods we have left. So including today, we've got 7 class periods. So 6 times plus today that I will see you before your AP exam. So that needs to be a little bit more motivation, knowing that you guys are near the end and to finish strong. So Okay, Christian, what you need?
The tour or?
I just saw squatting there the entire time.
I didn't tell you to do that.
Well, yeah, but I didn't think you. Yeah.
So is 119 and 126 one of those? I was gone one day. Is that something we did those days?
Well, we worked on this one multiple days, and this was from a while back. I don't know. You can, I mean, you can see extra copies in that bin. See what they look like. This bin's here.
The 13th is this one. The 14th. The 14th is either after or tomorrow.
Okay, I have them. Were they due last class period when I was in here?
Yes. Yes.
You're
2, 3, 1, 2. How much credit should you get for not having your name on them?
Probably like full credit.
How do I know who to give full credit to?
The ones handed it to you.
Well, I just had about 6 people hand me papers, so.
You don't memorize everyone's handwriting by though?
I can usually guess. By the time I put in the names, the papers that have names, then usually the last set left would be Christians, so.
I can't find my number 95. I don't know if I turned it in to you and just forgot about it.
10 what?
Number 95.
You did. It's in here still.
Oh.
You turned it in early. That's the only.
Scared myself.
Yeah, that's the only thing about turning in early, because.
So the mock exam, the big thing that we had to do,
Yes.
on the note calculator part, got 7.5 out of 30,
Okay.
and then the MC calculator part, I got a 0 out of 15. And
Okay.
I was just gonna ask. Thought it was participation, and I did it.
Okay. As long as you put the time into it.
Yeah.
If you did it in 10 minutes or something, you won't get the points, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably why then.
I don't know. I have to look.
Oh, okay.
There was one of them. No, I remember there was one that you did in not enough time, so it was prorated. I haven't checked the FRQ still,
Oh, okay.
because those weren't done due till this morning.
So this is done. It's just like, it's literally just the delta. It's a delta, and then we have this. Is this 130? Is it? Do you want to just get this done? It's only I will in a second. Let me, I messed up like how the scoring stuff. Well, I did too. I think my score like was like a 39 out of 54. I got a 22, something like that. No, it's because it depends on which one you click. Yeah, I know. Dude, my Chromebook, it would have I would just, it won't let me
Yes.
Is this 130?
That is.
Okay. Because I didn't answer the question. No, this is completed.
Bless you.
It's completed. Like, you need to score it.
Yeah. It's like negative.
Because, yeah, I went
F
through all
prime
this.
vex to your vex. No, it's F prime vex to your vex minus F vex to your vex over.
We can start.
Yeah.
I said we can start. The first question will probably be just, yeah. The first two will probably be easy.
Okay, there is one, assignment 116 that got turned in today that doesn't have a name on it, that I don't know whose it would be.
Oh, come on, Mr. Townsend, you know that's my handwriting.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No. I wasn't messing with you. Is this yours too?
Yeah. You were just joking about this.
I was. I just didn't think those were yours for some reason.
Well, thank you for the faith.
For the what?
For the faith that it wasn't mine, or that I turned it in like a week ago.
Bless you.
Mr. Townsend,
Uh-huh.
is 10.5 close enough to 11?
Sorry?
Is 10.5 close enough to 11?
Are you looking at the scoring sheet? Doesn't it say round to the nearest number underneath the blank or something? You're looking at this. This one says do not round.
No, that's the score.
Yeah.
And on the actual.
How did you get a half on an FRT? There's no half points on FRT.
No, on the answer. It's 10.5 close enough to 11. The answer is 11.
No, it has to be right at the 3 decimal places.
Why would you do that?
I'm so close.
It's right at normally.
Oh my
Bring the
god.
power down, lower the power by 1.
That's pretty rare. Literally like that.
Somebody's hard.
Yeah, bring this power down.
That's what I'm saying. The first one would be easy. It's gonna start
All the way there.
Yeah.
But you need that cosine, you guys might agree also. Because when we say sine squared like this, it really means all of this is squared. So sine of 2x minus 3 is 30.
Wait, it's derivative first times the second plus derivative the second times the first. Okay. That's what I actually did.
This? Actually, wait,
Put the power down.
actually, yeah.
And then
Well, why did you use cosine? Is that what I'm Or we said it was. The bottom is G. Oh, that's cool.
So this is trying to the two
Is it right?
hex two x cubes. I'm not just thinking there. What are you the question, maybe the next one is simplify it. That's weird. Wait, is quotient the same thing but minus and then over? Oh, it's just. Wait.
That's all you have in your fridge? Is water?
Yes.
You don't put like snack things in there?
If I had snacks in there, wouldn't you be bugging me for them?
No, because for the 2 years that I've known you, I never knew what was in the fridge.
Why would you know what's in the fridge?
Because it's just water. I don't like. And I never asked because I was like, oh, that's his privacy.
That's right.
But it's just water.
That's right.
Okay.
I put my lunch in there until I eat it, but I already ate it today.
All my progress was reset. Like, there's nothing on anything. I did it at work on their Wi-Fi, but I thought it was good. There's like nothing there.
You didn't type it here?
Yeah, I did type it.
Well, I don't know. Do you have it on your paper still?
No, I didn't have a paper. I just did it
I
here.
don't know. I guess it's gone then.
Can I restart it, or is it on your screen?
Don't think so. But maybe.
And then cosine of sines. Cosine over sines, right? You split it to cosine over sine and 1 over sine. So cosine is cotangent. So it's x squared cotangent.
It wasn't letting me pull it up earlier though, so I don't know if it will now.
Does it even say I started it?
It wasn't telling me much of anything earlier.
Funny meme.
Yeah?
One of the few that I found enjoyable. I was kidding by the way. Have you ever fallen off this?
Have I fallen off of it?
Yeah.
I have not.
I don't know which one it is.
I have almost fallen.
That's quick. Wow. No wonder it's so loud.
Yeah, it didn't save them on here either. Well, there's gonna be one that opens up tomorrow morning. You can do those FRQs.
Remember I did it
Just do
for you,
those,
didn't I?
and it'll count as these.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me though, because I won't be checking it.
Alright.
And you might double check that it saves it before you go to the second one.
Alright.
Because I'm not trying to get you to do a bunch of extra work, but I can't grade what I don't see. So
Yeah, fair.
Wait,
Cool.
3.2.
And that's opening tomorrow?
yeah, like 10:15. I just don't want to confuse anyone with what their homework was. My B-Day class
Gotcha.
still needs to do their FRQs that were assigned. So
Alright.
16 times 3. I got 19.
I think I missed a crucial step here. I think it's where it's on.
How do you like this?
all over sine squared. Okay, this looks good right here.
Yeah.
But you can't cancel out these signs because all of this is supposed to be over sine squared, and when you let these cancel now, it looks like it's just over sine. So you can't cancel those two.
I don't quite know what to do then.
I split apart the fraction, so you can put 2x over sine minus x squared cosine over sine. You can split that fraction apart.
Really? Oh.
You can split apart numerators but not denominators. And then on the right fraction, instead of saying cosine over sine,
Use a tangent maybe?
well, this should be sine squared. Yeah. So one of the cosines over sines can be cotangent, and the rest would be 1 over sine, which is cosecant. But you need to split those fractions up to keep going.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Someone stole your pass.
Somebody stole my pass?
Yes.
It's probably Addison.
No, I mean, I took it out and someone stole it.
What do you mean?
Like,
Where?
bathroom.
Well, you gotta keep it on you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll have to let them know.
It can't be any of the other ones. That's the one that looks most like it. It could be some, probably more. How would you do it? Cosine times tangent is the same as cosine squared. Is the same as cosine over cosine. It's cosine sine over cosine. So then that's the negative sine is what the first one cancels out. When negative cosine x tangent x is negative sine x. Yeah, because it's cosine times sine over cosine. So the first one's cancel.
Yeah, they
Negative sine x. And then sine x secant squared x. Secant squared is secant is 1 over cosine. So sine over cosine squared. What is that? Well, sine over cosine, tangent. It could be tangent. Tangent and then 1 over cosine. So it's tangent secant. Yeah, tangent secant squared. Well, not square, it's just tangent secant. Yeah. Minus 2 tangent secant? Wait. Yeah. No, because you can't split the bottom. The one half of it.
Oh, I don't see it.
Sine over
Score.
yeah. Tangent secant squared. There's a minus 2 tangent secant. And then cosine secant and tangent. Cosine secant is 1 over cosine. So that can cancel and then it's 1 over cosine. So that cosine is just secant tangent. And sine over cosine.
I think that's good.
Oh yeah, and then this is plus 2 secant. Those cancel, so that's the negative sine x.
We left with negative sine x minus 2 tangent x.
Yeah,
Plus 2 tangent x dx.
yeah, so it's just the negative sine x.
Mr. Townsend, did you ever do like a senior assessment in your high school?
You know, I sat more than
Yeah.
everybody else. That's an answer.
That's wild.
It looks good to me.
Well, I owe this dollar something. I don't
We'll
think
pull you out of your house. You can't get.
If it's gonna take more than a couple of
Like,
hours, I'm gonna give it to you.
like, if you come out of work and you're like.
But yeah, so senior assessment, it's like a thing with like a bunch of high schools where you're like assigned
And
to
then everyone
and you
gets
have
to
to
get
shoot
together.
that person
It's
with
just
a water gun.
It's just for the denominators.
But we don't have it, so in my friend groups, we're doing like a 5 life free for all.
It's just cosine over 2 square root.
I've got brown paper towels over there, that's the closest I've got.
You're so Jane.
Where noodle on it, I can't get it.
Well, we're doing like an umbrella, so like one person already like did that. And who's gonna like carry an open umbrella?
What did you do?
Yeah, I was sure.
What's he like?
They have
So it's just
well, only one
cosine
person's
square
doing
root
it.
x. Oh, yeah.
What's he like?
Okay, now, wouldn't it be?
You know Brooklyn, Craig,
Comical beat.
Yeah.
Gigi Bonner,
No, when.
I thought it was for
Ethan
devils.
Robertson, Carlos Sperling.
Scared, that's his whole.
Addison. Somebody watches that? I have it back.
You are the person. I bet you have like 4 printed
I
copies
swear
in
it
your
wasn't me.
house.
I put it up. I swear.
Okay, cosine.
Yeah, but you made it.
I swear I put it
Yeah,
up.
we're 2.
Now you're on the hook for it.
Wait, do I have to go look for it?
Huh?
Do you want me to go look for it?
You.
Well,
Where's the whole thing?
So, because if I know like how my stuff,
It's this.
I don't tell the difference between the days.
they're always a little bit hard for my stuff.
Anyway, I got shot Mr. Telvin in the face. So now I'm more fixed.
And then when you're dead and you're game over.
No, but in our friend group, since it's so small, it's a 5 life group. Yeah, well, it started like a month ago, but like people are like, no, but you have to do separate days, separate like air tags. It's pretty fun until you get shot in the face.
Because like now we're showing stuff are. Is it another Oh, God.
I don't know.
I'm joking.
Well, would it be 3
I was joking.
Oh, wow. That's
But I did have a student who was got 4 in the. I think they just didn't study for this one because they thought they were good, so.
Well, you think I know which
this Oh, yeah, no, I remember.
Cosine squared Wait, no. Wait, that's inside of
Yeah, exactly. So it's 3 cosine squared x times
No,
negative sine.
Would it be 3 sine squared?
Because cosine is also all of that cubed. Oh wait, you're right.
Well, it's like sine in parentheses.
No, you're right. I thought that was cosine.
So it's 3 sine.
Oh, I just
3 sine squared
Squared.
times cosine.
Or cosine.
Just times cosine. Yeah, cosine.
Didn't realize
Cosine.
Times tangent 3 sine and that's plus. Plus 3 sine squared x
Yeah, it's a lot easier. I couldn't even do it.
Secant squared.
I'm the lion's there.
Dude,
So now, how did they simplify this? 3 sine squared.
Yeah,
Oh, they
yeah,
didn't simplify
about the
it.
second page.
If they just like flopped it, they flopped it. They like flipped it, not flopped it, flipped it.
14.
It would all be covered. So I'm like saving myself.
How
a
do-
fair
how do
amount,
these
so I
facing
go-
this page, the other one?
Read the back page, and they go back to the front page.
I know that.
You're kidding me. Yeah, it's a whole year. When the pass is there.
Why don't you just give this to us?
Yeah,
at the
there it
start
is.
when we get-
But no,
and
they
just
had her
like let
name.
us-
Well, did she leave a phone
Is
there?
this like, is this
I don't think
changeable
she's-
with
wait, that means
changeable?
it's-
I think she's not actually in the back.
What do you think the hall pass is for?
So we do.
What do you think the hall pass is for?
For control, for tyranny.
So like you get, that's like the first, if you get stuck or stopped in the hallway, they know
Well, it's
that
1
you're
plus
doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So
It's 1 over 2
I think I have that in
times 2 sine.
I don't know how to simplify this to make it
And then we take the derivative of the inside.
2 sine x cosine.
Except it once.
This means second derivative. The d squared.
Sine x.
Now I feel stupid.
Now, I'll warn you though, that when you take the derivative of this, you guys do product rule and product rule, and it gets real messy. and I tried it 2 times and didn't get it correct.
I'm gonna probably come back to you with a question later.
There's a smarter way to start it. You can simplify it at the beginning. What is tangent the same thing as?
That's right here.
Sign over sign? No? Sign over cos?
Yeah, you gotta know that one.
It's easy.
So if you think of tangent as sine over
Yeah, there
cosine, you can just reduce it, and you just want to take the second derivative of sine, and then you don't have to do product rule 3 times.
I think it was funny.
I didn't think of that at first either, but when I was struggling,
Yeah.
I went back and thought about it.
Mr. Townsend?
No.
Oh.
Have questions?
December 15th. I'll make sure.
It is.
At this point. It is.
Okay, on this one down here, I just want to say number 7. Y'all got that? Okay, so you had to do product rule, and then product rule what? Yeah, 2 times for the second derivative, right?
And you
So-
like simplify it, it was a whole thing.
Right? Yeah. So that's what I did 2 times too. And I knew what the answer was supposed to be, and I couldn't get it right. But then I realized, what can you think of tangent as? Okay, so what's cosine times tangent?
So it's just sine, and then so
Yeah.
you take the derivative of sine twice, which would be negative sine.
Yeah, that's a whole lot easier.
Oh,
Instead of having to.
That's still good for you to learn, like, just because you can do it that way.
Yeah.
doesn't mean you
If
have
you,
to do it that way.
if you can rewrite it before you do derivative, it's usually gonna make it right. But again, I didn't think of that my first 2 tries either, but then when I couldn't keep up with, get it exactly right.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, but it works.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no question. Call me back.
Do you know what price I got for the state institute?
I have no idea. Not heard anything.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know that they send you that.
Wait,
The
time
regional one does, because he knows the state. Wait, hold on. You may not know.
Oh, you already did that.
Or something. It could be weeks. Was that last
I
one?
did something wrong.
Yeah, that was.
What did
For the
I?
whole
I think I missed Little House.
What'd you do?
I got that.
Well, Haas,
They're already
Well, it's
huge,
two-
so I basically had
I mean,
it.
it's like this, it's like
What?
this.
Everything?
and Haas, I think twice.
I'm still going. Alright, you do like this, so it's
That's
do
prep
2
for 2.
sine.
Yeah.
Do 2 sine
Just do practice.
2x minus 3. And that's times.
Do you have any math questions while I'm here?
That's times 2 times cosine.
So,
How does that simplify out of it?
Hold on.
yeah.
Well, let's see.
Except, so you're, the bottom of this, you're squaring the denominator, and the way you wrote it, it's like
See,
you're
that's
squaring X.
sounds right.
Did you end up
Squaring
with this
sine
look?
X.
Because I
So
got,
you
I
either
ended
need
up
to do
putting so
parentheses or
2
move that
sine
square over
2x minus 3
how you would treat
times
it.
cosine 2x minus 3 times 2.
That's what I got.
And then define their answer, what I did is I split apart this fraction. So I
Yeah.
put this over
And
this,
then this
okay,
just
okay.
ends up being
minus this over this.
4 sine x
And then I
sine
got
2x minus 3 times 2 cosine 2x minus 3. And it then has to somehow simplify to 2 sine
What is-
4x minus 6.
Related in your eyes, and what is not related in your eyes.
It's why they.
Which one do you want?
So
You
2
can't.
times sine.
Okay, this, you put
I think this is like
holes on the wrong side.
2 sine. It's the first layer, second layer.
The second
Cosine.
thing?
2
Cosine.
3 whole times the other side.
They're layered.
Oh, I can do that.
2 times 2
Here.
times the other. So I guess it's that on top. I don't think there's any way to simplify the sine because sine times cosine is the final cosine.
Do I have a final? And what is that?
Yeah, because it's weird.
Did I do it? Okay, oh yeah, I had to do that separate too. Wait, I didn't have to have a certain range. Like we did last year, or the year before.
Not for AP.
Something, we're missing something. I don't understand what it could be.
I just don't know, the 4x minus 6 is what's confusing. So I don't know how pressure, like the inside. He legit is minus 5.
From, how do you do a final for this?
It's not even a
Is there any way to remove the sine and try to
Something just doesn't seem right about that. It just seems like wrong. But I don't know why the circuit.
Probably it's weird, like maybe it's like in the beginning, it's simplified something.
Second derivative. So once you take the derivative and then take the derivative of that. Well, if it said dy over dx, that would mean take the derivative of y with respect to x. But since this doesn't say y equals in there, that doesn't really make sense. You can refer to y if there's no y. So yeah, they want you to take the derivative once to get the first derivative, and then take the derivative of that. Again,
No,
to get the
trust
second
me, ask the trick. You would have.
and then I will give you a hint on that question. I'll come back to that.
Everything is offset as a percentage of.
And then we can stop
Wait, what was the AP lunch? Well, I woke up.
You have to pass so many AP exams with a certain average.
I've only passed one.
I think you have to pass 3 with at least, I don't know, I can't remember.
We'll have more APs.
First of all, was it right to get rid of the
Yeah.
percentage?
Okay, so you rewrote it as sign up.
Unless you get.
Okay. Okay, but again, you can't cancel out terms. Things that are going to be added or subtracted, this is a term because it's being added. You can't cancel out terms.
2x.
You could put this over this, and then this over this. This over this would reduce to 1, and this over this would be something else. But honestly, what you're doing there is you're trying to derive the derivative for tangent, when you really should memorize that. If you memorize that, you don't have to do all that work.
And then with secant squared x by
There you go.
I don't know how to find the derivative of secant squared.
Well, secant squared x means secant squared x means secant x squared. So you would bring the power down, lower the power by 1, and then take the derivative of the entire. And the derivative of secant is secant x and x. So if you have your trig identity memorized, it saves you a lot of time.
Oh, you mean you did like sine 2 times?
Break the ball, Mr. Tony?
I did not.
You can definitely
Breaking
call it,
thing.
like,
You broke Miss Peach. You should use Mario for Halloween, Mr. Johnson. Like, with the right stuff, you kind of look like it.
Okay, you can dress up as Toad.
That's crazy. Wait, what does Toad look like? Isn't that the, like, cute little thing? The cutest chip? I may be thinking.
Do you have a camera on your phone?
This is not me. Oh, yeah, Toad is the cute little thing. Oh, me too. Just like big headed.
I mean, trouble on 16.
The last one? Okay. That's the one that you need this double angle identity for. So, whatever you've got here, what do you have here? 2x minus 3 or something?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so if these are both 2x minus 3, going this way, this would be double that, so 4x minus 6, and there would be a 2 in front. So that's being doubled also, so 4, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 2 of these.
Oh.
And it should loop
But
back
answer
the question.
doesn't have that, the 4. No, I get it, I get it. I get it. 'Cause- oh, does it simplify somehow?
No.
So it's
Mr. Townsend, we should
2
have a
sin
party
x
here.
cosine x, right?
We've had parties.
Right. 4 cosine x, 2 sin x, right?
Oh, because it gets the two, so the two, the four
If you
splits
replace the
back
2x
out.
minus with u,
Yeah, that makes more sense.
inside the thing.
Yeah, so then the two goes back inside out. We're just supposed to know that?
So,
I guess.
we get out May 3rd, right? That's a Friday, 8
Dude, that was quite
Who's scoring?
If I was doing.
I don't think we have any more 8-day Fridays for the rest of the year, right? Or is this week is 8 week?
This is a B week. You guys have like 6 more weeks of school. Of course you've got A-Day Fridays.
Mr. Townsend, hear me
No,
out.
we don't. This week or
Next
next week?
In AP Cal, May 3rd.
Are you a senior?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not thinking about that. Next week is a B, is a A week.
Wait, is there a non-senior year?
Huh?
Is there a non-senior year?
Is there a not senior?
Yeah, they like
Mr.
smart.
Townsend just said we're having a party May 3rd.
A lot of people in here are not seniors.
May 3rd.
So, we have a bunch of geniuses in this classroom. I can't imagine getting them.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 seniors.
Yeah, I'm saying, is there anyone that's not a senior?
There's 21 people in here, so there's 9 people that are not seniors.
I can't imagine getting into this class without pre-cal or something.
Well, they might have taken pre-cal in 10th grade.
That's a lot of math.
It's the same amount of math that you've had.
I don't know, I feel really dumb right now.
You should not feel dumb. I didn't take any calculus at all in high school, and I still have a degree in math, so you're already ahead of where I was at this point in your life.
Barely.
Okay, you guys still have 30 minutes here, quite a bit of time. Obviously, if you need help with any of the circuit questions, please ask. Make sure that you're marking up number 30 as you read through that so that you know which ones you actually still need to study.
Who's your favorite artist, Mr. Townsend?
Christian,
It kind of
do you want to?
the last like
No.
7 days of school.
No,
Yes, please.
no. This class is not for that. You can do what this class is for, which is calculus.
It's a bond between.
No, it's not. You need to care about the right things.
Like work or like consumption?
Fair enough.
I wouldn't know. He doesn't have a problem.
Like how was the test is like,
I got a 55 for the test, so
I don't know.
the body doesn't multiply on 100.
What is that?
That's not funny. 5.62%.
There's a road code, but.
That actually, yeah, it's really.
Taking it.
How would I slow down? I guess I'm
I'm on 89 right now. That's my only.
I love this like this.
Okay, I know. That's like.
So I mean, to be fair, it's like so much stuff. Only that, some of it's like basic. Yeah, I got. I was just.
Is this your phone number, Mr. Townsend?
Turn it into like
Just about.
Probably not.
That's the easiest thing.
Like if I get a 55 on the mock exam, it's gonna be not good. Wait, are you in peer? Are you? What's Sylvia? Oh yeah, I saw your name on the roster and then it just disappeared.
Yeah, I dropped out of oh yeah, I am still.
Okay, I saw some of you are finishing up with the circuit, so I opened it up in Google Classroom. That is the only thing I'm asking you to turn in between now and Wednesday, so as you finish, you should probably just turn it in before you forget.
Start thinking, yeah, that's basically the whole class, just like think about it.
Bro, I got this like super long answer.
Okay,
Yep.
just
Yeah, and then you gotta try to figure out how it simplifies.
Yeah, I really like.
I did the same thing. I knew which one of these it was supposed to equal to because I did it last, or next to last. And then I retried it, and I still didn't get the right answer because it's just so long. So there's a lot smarter things to do here.
Sometimes he grades tests.
Tangent's the same as what over what.
After like 2 months.
Cosine or cosine?
Okay, so what's cosine times tangent?
But he's fun.
Sine.
Okay, so the first derivative of sine would be,
Cosine.
and the second derivative of sine would be,
Sine.
there you go. You just did the whole thing in your head without writing anything down.
No way.
That's why you should always try to simplify before you do the calculus. Because it would have worked, but it's just a lot harder.
I just make stupid mistakes in math anyway, so the more complicated it is, the more likely I am to make stupid mistakes.
When it says sine 2x equals that, is it like the derivative of sine 2x?
That's not derivative. That's just a double angle identity. It's just not one you'll need to memorize, so you wouldn't know how to do it. You shouldn't need that till the very last question, though. On the
Last question.
Oh, you are on the last question?
You're a junior. I'm taking 5 APs next year.
Mr. Townsend, you're passing that.
Are you taking that?
That's my backup pass that I had to put out.
Oh, really? It's not junior geography?
Olivia got our other pass stolen.
Who?
Did you get a 5? Oh, really?
I mean, you do, but it's just that you have to do some work for negotiations for his history. And then you realize that people never like other people and stuff like that. That's what everything is.
Are you taking AP more next year? Or not bad?
Oh, yeah.
I think next year's gonna be really bad for me. There's AP Cal, PC, Physics, AP World, Outlook.
That's the hardest thing
Really? I didn't even do that.
Just click on it again.
Oh, just Physics 1 is the hardest. Oh yeah, because like the people who do well in Physics 1 obviously also like Physics. Looks pretty familiar. Yeah. AP Physics 1, AP US, and then AP Chem. That's hard to learn. It's just one of the hardest.
Alright, I think you might need to explain the concept up there to me again, because I don't think I quite understood the first time.
Which one are you doing? Okay. Well, your derivative's not right. Give me a post-it note up there. So when we say sine squared of this, it really means you've got the sine
Yeah.
of this stuff. The whole thing's being squared. It's just with trig functions we put it there. So when you take the derivative, the first thing you should do is bring the power down, lower the power by 1, then chain rule is the derivative of all of this is the inside.
Yeah.
And the derivative of sine something is cosine something. And then there's a second chain rule because now this is the inside part. So times 2, I'll just make this a 4. Okay. Now that's similar to this because if it was 2 sine of something, cosine of something, this would all equal sine 2x. But since these are not x's, they're 2x's minus 3.
a 1 day course.
if I plug 2x minus 3 in here, 2x minus 3, this would be like, oops, this 2 is supposed to be there. 2 sine of 4x minus 6,
Oh,
which
okay.
is how they get that to look like that.
Okay, that makes
But
sense.
again, you don't have to memorize that, but if you just compare those two and plug them in, then it makes it look like that.
Alright, that makes sense then.
They make up health, moral comp, econ, and civics. Yeah.
I think it's weird that yeah, it's weird. Nobody ever got 100. That was one of the hardest classes. Yeah, her grade is like on a win. She grades up. There's no actual scale.
It's not like AP Lit as well, because like everyone that I know is taking Lit is like they barely have a day in that class. Like the smartest people. This video is almost 11 minutes away, because apparently it's only for like seniors.
That's a shame.
My counselor hates me, like he doesn't respond to any of my emails.
Neither is mine. You have to go in person or ask for a library.
Why?
Like 20 minutes late and she'll still mark because she is the only AP teacher. She used to teach AP three, AP Gov, and just teaches my English teachers.
Chris said she was
Calibration, physics 2 or civics here. See?
well, unless you like you don't know evaluate.
you have any staples? Your stapler is out.
Do you know how to put them in?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Can somebody sign into their school email and let me know if the Delta Math emailed you about the test?
I didn't get one. I get it. Here we go.
Did anybody else get the email? No email? Okay, you may have to go to deltamath.com and sign in with your school email to see it then. That's the part I don't remember. I haven't used Delta Math since this time last year, so. Again, this is the time I'll give you homework for it, but it'll be due before class on Monday next week. So you have a full week, but I would prefer you to do it between now and Wednesday. Because if y'all are anything like last year's group, there's a couple people who forgot and then they had a lot more work to do. Which is fine, I guess, but that's good for me, but probably not for you. think it posted it on Google Classroom too. I think if you go to Google Classroom, it added it as an assignment. I'm just suggesting that you might want to double check that before you leave, because if it's not working for you or you can't find it or something, you may not start it till Wednesday, so you're going to get less time than everybody else.
Click on the one. And then you just put it.
One other thing to keep in mind, since the Delta Math is due next Monday, that's considered the test for this unit. So if there was anything that you didn't turn in that you wanted points for, or anything you turned in incomplete, the last time to turn that stuff in will be Monday at the start of class. So if that applies to you, you need to update your planner with that information.
Where are you going to college? Are you going to college? Where? Here? Me too, we'll have orientation on Sunday.
Yeah, I haven't messed up. This 129 should be 130. I just realized that a minute ago. Yeah. I will just clarify. I'll have to clarify next class. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Actually, I'll just do it right now. I had messed up the numbering on today's circuit. It should have been 130, not 129. That's my fault. So you should number today's circuit as 129, and the one I'm asking you to turn it, I'm sorry, you should number today's circuit as 130. The one circuit you need to turn in is 129. That's from last class. Have a good day.